Welcome students. In the building material construction and planning, we are seeing the fourth unit. In the fourth unit, we saw the building components, lintels, arches, walls we saw. And we also saw the staircases, what are the types of staircases based on the materials, based on the positions, everything. Then we saw about the floors, right? Floors. Today we will see about the roof. Okay? The roof, it is made up of pitched, flat or three types, and we see the floors is at the bottom, the roof is above the, that is the top portion of a room, we call it as the roof. That is defined as the uppermost part of the building provided as a structural covering to protect the building from weather. Either the uppermost part of the building or uppermost part of a room, we call it as the roof. Mainly we provide this to protect the building entirely from the weather conditions. Structurally, a roof is constructed in the same way as an upper floor, though the shape of its upper surface may be different. Okay, so that is one of the things. It is the same way in the upper floor, though the shape of the upper surface may be different. For example, a flat roof, above which we have a thatched, a sloped roof, pitched roof, right? So like that, maybe this may be 2 floors now. So this is a building, this is one floor, the above floor will have a things. This is a flat roof, this is, we call it as a pitched roof. But usually the roof, when we are talking about, we tell the uppermost part as a roofed building, pitched roofed building. This building we won't call it as a flat roof, even though this is having a flat, we don't call it as a flat roof. We call it as a pitched roof or sloped roof building. Roof consists of structural element which suppose the roof or roof covering. The roof covering may be an AC sheet, GI sheet, wooden shingles, tiles, slab, that is concrete slab itself. It may be of any position. And the roof is the topmost part of the building to give protection from the rain, snow, wind, direct sunlight, that is the weathering conditions. It protects the building from the weathering conditions. Okay? And the types of roof depends upon the shape and the material used. Here you can see that is a fiber or the glass material which we can be used even with the curved surface. Thin walled RCC we can use, galvanized AC sheets, whatever it is that we can use it. Okay, what are the requirements of a roof? How we can go for, what is that we are expecting from a roof? It should be durable against the adverse effect of the various agencies. It should be weatherproof, right? It should be weatherproof. Okay, that is the first requirement. It should be weatherproof. The second one, it should grant the desired insulation against sound and heat. Okay, the heavy sun now that is a very hot outside. That hot climate outside or the temperature outside should not be directly be allowed inside. It should be protected. That is the insulation against the heat and also sound, right? So sound is very important because outside it may be very close to the vehicle, that is main road, everything. So much of sound will be there from the next or from the nearby industries, everywhere there may be sound. But it should be protecting the building from this, insulating the building from the sound and heat. The third one, it should be structurally stable and strong, right? So if there is one wind is coming, if it is blowing away, means what is the use of roof? It should be strong enough to withstand all the weathering condition, all the extra load that is happening to it. It should be capable of taking the loads to overcome it. So what are the loads? If I am going for a very cool climate, there may be even snowfall will be there, snow will be there, rainfall will be there, wind will be there. Whatever it is, that all cause the extra load to the roof. And it should be well drained. Mostly in the rainy areas, we go for a roof like this structure so that the rain will blow down, right? Even we are talking about it should be well drained. We are talking that it should be well drained. Well drained means, I told you that if there is a rainy area, it will be like that, so the rainwater will go like this. But even the flat roof will be of little bit slope, right? It will be little bit slope of 1:30 up to 1:10 and 1:10, so that the rainwater everything will go and there will be a drain pipe which will be taking the rainwater down. It should have efficient waterproofing arrangement. If there is a flat roof, if the rainwater is stagnated here and it is having some pores and getting inside, what is the use? The entire building will be affected by the thing. So there are three types of roof. One is pitch or sloping roof. This is a pitch or sloping roof. Okay. The next one, it is a flat roof, or we call it as a terrace. Right. This is a flat roof, or we call it as a terraced roof, and the curved roof. Right. Nowadays, for the industrial building and for the other big malls everywhere, we are going for this curved roof. In today's class, we will see about the pitched roof in detail. Okay, a sloping roof is known as pitched roof. These are suitable in those areas where rainfall, snowfall is very heavy. Right? Even small huts are also having this type of roof. Or we going for industrial structures to withstand, we go for this type of roofs. Okay, forms of pitch roof. One is lean-to roof, leaning in one side. Hip roof, it will be left side. Gable roof, gambrel roof, deck roof, mansard or curved roof. So this is a gable roof. This is a hip roof. Right, you can see gambrel roof is also very similar to this. Lean-to roof. And this is a pitched roof or sloped roof. You can see here. So here we call it as this as the pitch or the slope. This end we call it as a rise. The center to center we call it as a span. And this we call it as a run. Okay. So the pitch roof, lean-to roof is the simplest type of sloping roof provided either for a room or small span or for the veranda. Right? If you have seen that in the home, it will be like this, and in the center they will be having a veranda like this, right? So in the veranda portion, they will have this lean-to roof which will be leaning on one side. The gable roof, this is a common type of sloping roof which slopes in two directions. The two slopes meets at the ridge, which is the top portion. At the end face, a vertical triangle is formed. So this is a slope lean-to roof, right? It is leaning from one end, it is leaning down. So this will be having a ridge. This we call it as a ridge. From the ridge, if the roof is sloping at both the sides, it is called as the gable roof. The third one, it is a hip roof. This roof formed by four sloping surfaces on four directions. At the end faces, sloped triangles are formed. You can see here. This is also slope. This is also slope. The same type of will be there. This we call it as a hip. This we call it as a hip ridge. This is the slope triangle. And this is called as the hip roof. The next one, gambrel roof. The roof like gable roof is having two types. Slopes in two directions, but there is a break in the slope. Right? Okay, you can see here. If there is a break will be there like this, it is called as a gambrel roof. This is next one, we'll see about the mansard roof. Mansard roof like a hip roof, slopes in four directions, but each slope has a break. This is similar to gable roof. This is similar to hip group, where they will have a break, right? Like this break will be there, then we call it as a mansard roof. Deck roof has slopes in all the four directions, and deck or plane surface is formed at the top. We can see here. There will be a plane surfaces by which they will be. So it will be like this. From the top it will be like this. Okay? The plane surface will be at the, that is called as the deck roof. So you can see here. This is a lean-to roof. This is gable roof. This is mansard roof. Right? So this is gambrel. We have a break in between. This is hip roof with a break. We call it as a mansard roof. So here this type is also other types. That is a combination of the roof. A flat roof with a sloped roof. And the butterfly roof is also there. This mostly we don't go in for this because the rainwater or the snow will stagnate here, which will make this part very weak. And this is a flat roof. So next we will go in for what are the elements in the pitched roof. The first one, it is a ridge. This is the highest point or peak of the roof. This is the highest point or the peak of the roof. We call it as a ridge. This is the next one. Hip is the high point where two adjoining roof section meet. So here it is there now. We are meeting this point. We call it as a hip. Right? The third one, valley, where two sections of the roof downward and meet, they create this third element called a valley. Right? So when there is a, this one, it's there now, it meets like this now, this we call it as a valley. Okay? The top, bottommost part. The next one, pitch refers to the slope or steepness of the roof. Right? So here I will tell you what is a pitch. It is not shown here. Okay, I will tell you what is a pitch means. It is refers to the slope or steepness of the roof. So if I am going to have a roof like this, so this slope angle, right? This angle I call it as the pitch or the slope. The next one, it is a gables, a triangular portion of the ends of the home which extends from the eaves to the peak of the roof. We call it as the gable. These are called as the eaves, right? So these are called as the gables, right? This we call it as the gable. The next one, dormer. These are the section of the home that extrude from the roof, right? So even if I am having a home like this, if I am going to have a roof now that will extend, and this extend portion I call it as the dormer. Rafter is the portion of the series sloped structural members. That is, we will be having so much of beams, columns, right? Okay. So that we call it as these all things we call it as the rafter. Common rafter is the intermediate rafter which gives support to the roof coverings, and the principal rafter are the inclined members of the truss. So usually if I am going to have this, I call it as a common rafter. This I will call it as the principal rafters. Purlins, the horizontal wooden or steel members used to support the common rafter of the roof where span is large. Right? If there is a large span like this, then we will have purlins to support this direction. Okay, if I am going to for this direction, I have purlins to support, right? So that we call it as a purlin. Verge is the edge of the cable running between eaves and ridge is called as the verge. So one part into another part we call it as the verge. The span is the center to center of the distance. Okay. So if I am going to have this one now, so this support condition now, this I will take it as the span. This I take it as the rise. Rise is the vertical distance. The span is horizontal distance. Eaves refers to the roof that hangs over, that I have already told you. So here you can see here, right? This is a very common type of building in the snowy area like that of England or very northern countries. You can see this type of buildings is very common. Or in the hilly areas, if you go to Ooty or Kodaikanal, you can see this type of building will be very common. Okay, so here this is a rake edge, this is a gable structure, this is a drip edge right inside one, this is a gable roof, this is the ridge vent or ridge we call it as. Then we call this as a deck area. The bottom, this we call it as the eave that is going round, and under vent we call this one, we call it as a hip which just, right? So these are the different things. You can see here this the combination of flat roof and the pitched roof we can go. This is a flat roof, this is a cable, this is a ridge, valley, hip end, eaves, soffit, dormer. Okay, so these are the different types of common rafter. So this is the principal rafter. These are the purlins. So it will run towards the horizontal direction, and these are the things. This is a span. This is a rise. So this vertical distance we call it as the rise. Okay. So the purlins are the wooden pieces which are placed horizontally on principal rafters to carry. So I told you now, these are the purlins that will be carried in the towards the length of the roof. Battens, a strip of wood which are fixed on the rafters or ceiling to support the roof styling. Cleats we will see in the trusses when we go for this. Gable, the triangular upper part of a wall formed at the end of the roof, pitched roof is called as the gable. So now we will see about the types of the pitched roof. One is single roof, that is linked to roof, couple close roof, collar beam roof or collar tile roof, and these are the different types of single roofs. And next we call it as a double or purlin roof. One thing we have to note here it is that pitched roof rafters are placed mostly 600 to 800 meters apart, spacing of main members. taking the load of the roof. Battens run over the rafters to support the ties. Okay. So the types of the pitched roof, the third one type is single roof, second one is double or purlin roof, third one is framed or trussed roof, which we will be seeing in the next class. King post truss, combination of king post, mansard roof truss, truncated Belfast truss, lattice roof truss, composite truss and steel slope roofing truss. You can see here, this is a king post, this is a queen post, you can see here this is queen post, this is king post, okay, this is a mansard truss, okay, this is also king post, this is a lattice, that is a, what to tell, lattice formed, this is the lattice that is formed here, this is the lattice truss. So single roof consists of only common rafters which are secured at 3 edge and wall plate. They are used when span is limited to 5 meters so that no intermediate support is required for the rafters. In this type of roof, common rafters are provided to each slope without any intermediate support. It is the following type. One is lean-to roof, couple closed roof or collar beam roof or collar tie roof. First we will see, so this is a lean-to roof, that is having one common column from where this roof is leaned at only one side. This we call it as a eaves board, this we call it as a eaves, this is roof covering, this we call it as the battens, and this is a common rafter, one common rafter, no intermediate battens will be there or rafters will be there, and this is a veranda wall, right? This mostly is a veranda, this is a wall, and this is the main wall. This is a cobblestones. Cobblestones are required in order to keep the roof in position along with the walls. It is a connecting post, right? So the difference in elevation between the two wall plates is usually kept at 30 degrees centigrade, right? So if it is going to be round, this will be around 30 degrees centigrade. If it is so closer also it won't be nice. Edge also it will be mostly, going in for a flat surface. The common rafters are named to wooden wall plate at their upper end. The type of roof is suitable for maximum span of 2.5 meters, and these are provided for shed outhouses attached to building or mainly the verandas. This is mainly used for the verandas. Here you can see this is a lean-to roof building. Right, it is a small, that is a single room housed building they are using, and this is a common rafter as I told you, cobblestone. This is the eaves board, gutters. Gutters are used for the rainwater to carry, and the gutters will go along it to carry the waters, and the veranda wall plate need common rafters. You can see here, right? So some more points also it is clearly showing here. So I have given this diagram also for your understanding. The next one, first one is lean-to roof. The next one it is a couple roof. It is formed by couple or pair of rafters which slope to both the sides of the ridge of the roof. The upper ends of each pair of rafters is nailed to a common ridge piece with a lower end, right? So here you can see. So that is the upper ends of each pair of rafter is nailed to a common ridge piece. So this is a common ridge piece. In both the sides there will be a lean-to roof, we call it as. Here we have the battens running across, and this is the common rafters. Okay, this is the ridge which runs through, on which this two slopey roof will be attached to. The tie beam may be wooden piece or a steel rod. The roof can be adopted economically up to a span of 4.2 meters. The first one, lean-to roof, is for 2.5 meters. It is for 4.2 meters. Mostly the pitched roof will be going in for a 5 meters, and this ridge roofing gutter, these are the battens, right? So this is a ridge piece, that is the main piece from where the two things are covered. So this we call it as the battens, okay, battens. And this is a eave board, gutter is used for collecting the water, it will run across the length of the thing. This is a common rafter, okay, these are the common rafters, wall, plate wall and thing. The next one is a couple closed roof. Couple closed roof is similar to the couple roof except that the ends of the couple or common rafters is connected by horizontal members called the tie beams. So here you can see these are the walls. So this is a common rafter. It is attached with the tie beam. This we call it as in order to give you some more load, that is support the most strength to this roof, we going for this couple close roof. The tie beam is a wooden member or a steel rod. The connection between wooden tie and feet of the rafter is obtained by dovetail half joint. You have done in the carpentry, right? So that type of joint usually we use it for this type of couple close roof. This is suitable for a span of 4.2 meters. Couple roof also suitable for a span of 4.2 meters. So here you can see two things. It is without a king rod. This is a king rod that is attaching, which will give some more strength. This is a tie beam. This tie beam will not be available in the couple roof. Here in the couple close roof, it will have a tie beam, which gives some more strength to the rafters. This ridge piece will be of wooden or the steel structures. Okay. So the next one, it is a collar beam roof. The collar beam roof, the span increases, and when the load is more, the rafters of the couple roof have the tendency to bend. Right. So actually, this is a thing you can see here in the couple close roof, the tie beam roof. What we have done is that we have the rafters like this and we have tie like this. Here the ties will be here, right? So that it will give some more additional strength to the beam. It can go up to 5 meters, where couple tie roof or couple close roof will go for 4.2 meters. The raised beam is known as the collar beam or the collar tie. So here you can see. So in order to give the connection strength to the common rafter, this is there, and so that this will give you the extra length and also extra strength to the roof. And the next one, it is a collar scissor roof, where we can see the ties like that of a scissors. It will be crossed like this, so that it will give some more additional strength. Okay. So what is additional strength? Due to the weathering condition, if there is any movement of the, that is the shrinkage of the wooden or the expansion of the wooden takes place, anything now, if this type of rod is there now, ties, it will withstand. It will move slowly, it will come to this position. Why is this means? One rod, if it is undergoing a compression, other rod will undergo a tension. Similarly, if other rod is undergoing a compression, the other rod, alternatively, one will be in tension, the other one will be in compression, so that it can, the main rafters ridge will not be affected. So the next one, it is a double R purlin roof. Double roof is the one in which purlins are introduced to support the common rafters at intermediate point. Such roofs are used when the spans exceed 5 meters. The functions of a purlin is to tie the rafters together and to act as an intermediate support to the rafters. These roofs have two basic elements, rafters and purlins. The intermediate support so provided in the form of purlins reduce the size of the rafter to the economical range, and the rafter has supported 3 points: at the bottom a ball-through plate, at the top by the ridge beam, and at the center by a purlin. You can see here, this is the ridge beam, this is the rafter, these are the purlins. Mainly this is the main thing, right? So in the double load there is a purlin which will give you go along the horizontal length, and this is a main strength giving part. We have a collar beam, right? And we have, this is the main thing, that is the purlin is the main thing. So till now we have seen about the roofs. The first one we have seen about the sloped roof, that is pitched roof. What is pitched roof we have seen, okay? So the pitched roof is of slopy roof, okay? And we have seen what are the points that is there, okay? So this is the slopy roof, we call it as the pitched roof. We saw what are the elements in the pitched roof. We saw what are the types of pitched roof. We saw what is lean roof, what is couple roof, what is couple close roof, collar beam roof, and we also saw this scissors roof, okay? Collar scissors roof, okay? Then we saw about the purlin. So this is the next class we will be seeing about the king post truss, queen post truss combination of this. We will quickly go through this. Single roof is as lean to strut, couple roof, couple close roof, and collar beam roof or collar tie roof. And this is a lean to roof that we have there. This is lean on one side with the main wall, it is a supporting wall, it is lean without any support in the middle. It is of around 2.5 meters, right? And it will have a roof covering, it goes the eaves board, and this is the common rafter which holds the roof covering, maybe of tiles or it may be of GI sheets, right, or fiber sheets, right? So it is attached with the main wall with the help of the cobble stones. Okay, you can see here, right? So it is a knee joint which will give you the support exact thing so that this will not move. This is the cornerstones. You can see here, these are the cobbles, right? This is the wall plate which attach this one to the things. This is the rafters, this is the battens, and this is a roof covering, and this is a gutter. Gutter is used to because rainwater or snow, it will fall into the gutter. The gutter will be at a slope, right? The gutter will be like this at a slope, so that the rainwater, everything will flow in that direction. This is the eaves, and this we call it as the eaves board. The lower part we call it as the eaves, right? So these are the things. And the next one we saw about the couple roof. We saw about the couple roof. The entire thing is of two directions. So the battens will be there. The common rafter is in two directions. We call it as the couple roof. Okay. So the next one, it is the mostly it will have a joint like this. Cobblestones will be there. It will have a joint of double tail carved joints. And you can see here the couple close roof have a tie beam. So here the tie beam is there. In the collar we have a beam that is supporting here as a collar, right? So this is the next one. It is a collar beam. You can see here the supports here, and this is the collar beam. It will give you some more additional strength, right? So avoided by raising the tie beam, fixing it at the 1/3 or 1/2 of the vertical height of the wall to the thing. So mostly from the bottom, it will be, this is the rise. So 1/3 distance it will be here. The distance will be 2/3. Okay, it will be there the 1/3 distance. Okay, so that it can give you good support. And also the collar of the scissors roof. So I told you there are two things that is crossed like this. It will be kept. So it will be good in the weathering condition. If one part is acting as a compression member, the next one will act as a tension member. So if there is any movement due to the weathering condition, this will prevents the rafters to crack or the ridge to move its position. So this one will move and this one will be cracked, so that it will be giving an additional support. So the last one we saw is the double upper limb group, which we can go in for 5 meters, more than 5 meters. Okay, so you can see here, the main thing, it is a purlins that was considered. So if there is a roof like this, right, towards the horizontal distance, we will have the purlins. Okay, so this purlin will give you an extra support. This will be a collar beam. It will be at a distance of 1/3 from the bottom. This will be at a distance of 2/3. Okay, this we call it as a main wall. This bit is called as a wall plate, which is attached to the cobbles. This is called as the ridge bridge. This is called as the common rafters. Okay, so by this we complete the one part, that is a pitched or sloped roof, and single roof and double or purlin roof. In the next class we will see about the framed, that is a trusses, and we also see about the flat roof and curved roof. Thank you.